Yo, what's good my fellow Magic Knights? It is your boy DEADMANVINCE back with yet another Black Clover mobile video. Hope you guys are ready for this one because the Deadman is, I guess, finally moving on to the showcase era, right? So today I want to actually do a showcase on Green Yami. Green Yami, I've been having a lot of fun with. I've been using them in a lot of different places. Like, Yami's my favorite character, so, you know, a lot of people were saying bad things about Green Yami, but I was willing to give him a chance and actually, like, kind of, like, take the time and care to figure out 100% how he actually works. And you know, I got my results, and my verdict is that Green Yami is good. Global players, it's a bit of a weird spot. Since the release of mages has been drastically different on the global version from the Japanese version, for the Japanese version's sake, I would say Yami is not somebody you want to summon for, just because the way that they have changed the structure of seasonal banners. Global players, if we don't know, now seasonals come out and they are on their own separate banners, and there's only 2 of them now, right? At a time. At least that's how it's been since season 5. There's only 2 of them at a time, and now they actually come out on their own separate banners. This is new from season 8. Since Yami and Luck are on their own banner, the kind of way that they, I guess you could say, balanced it out, because with them being on 2 separate banners, you would have to do 400 black crystals, or 400 summons instead of 200 summons to get them both guaranteed. And we don't have to Gate of Destiny as well. The way they kind of balance that out is that seasonals from prior seasons are now on the seasonal banners. So anybody from seasons 1 through 6, we also have a chance of getting, while trying to summon Force, Yami or Luck. But between Yami and Luck, I would say Yami is the one you want to go for, because Luck is pretty cool as well. Luck gives counterattacks, and he also extends the duration of counterattacks. But Yami literally can take counterattacks off of your entire enemy team with his skill 2, and he's also type advantage against Luck, so he will be destroying Lucks in PvP. So I would say Yami is the better choice out of the 2. But if Yami and Luck drop right before Mereoleona on the global version of the game, I would not recommend summoning for Yami or Luck, just because Mereoleona seems to be very insane, very good. She looks like she's going to play somewhat similarly to Black Asta, except for it won't take her getting down to a certain HP threshold for her to get the rest of her stuff. But there are still requirements to it, but they're a little easier to like work with. If they don't come close together, then maybe summon for Green Yami. I'm enjoying him. I'm having a hell of a time with him. We're going to go over his skills before we go into the mission, or before we go into any missions, but this is going to be kind of like a a long form showcase, because I want to kind of take Yami everywhere and just see how he performs everywhere, and just kind of give like a genuine depiction of him. Guys, just so you know, if you ever need any discount black crystals in the global version of Black Clover mobile, or maybe you need discount dragon stones, discount chrono crystals, then there's also whatever the currency is called, Fate Grand Order and Tokyo Ghoul, like any of that stuff, you can join the mobile game Paradise server. They're the admin of that server, super chill dude. You get in touch with him in his DMs, and he will get your order set up for you, get you the discounted summon currencies that you need in your account. But definitely go check that man out. I will leave his Discord link down below the video, along with my Discord as well, so definitely giving him a look. But we're gonna go ahead and just hop over to Yami and just start talking about him, breaking down how my Yami's looking. So my Green Yami's not really like too impressive just yet. There's still definitely a lot more work to be done. He is at 66k combat power, and his attack is decent at 42k right now. I definitely know I can push that beyond his point. This is actually I'm using a gear set from Red Yami. Red Yami works a little differently from Green Yami. They both essentially, you know, do big damage, you know, control, right? But even still, Red Yami does differ a bit from Green Yami, and I'm gonna go over like Green Yami's skills. But Red Yami's gear set still works. I feel like there's definitely different compositions that maybe get you better results, but the Red Yami gear set does work on Green Yami. At the core of it, they're still just physical attackers, right? So the gear that we're rocking right now is actually going to be crit rate, crit damage, and then attack, all gold star. This is, I don't really have that big of an explanation for this, other than the fact that like I pulled this from Red Yami. This works great with my Red Yami. Crit damage is going to be giving him more damage on his crits whenever he does decide to crit against enemies. Crit rate being boosted up is really good, because his crit rate is over 100% actually with this gear set. And then, so his crit damage is 85%, his crit rate is 103%. Then his attack is 42k, so like that's a very good, like, very hard-hitting mix. And I'm still working on boosting the substats on this gear, and you can see barely any of this gear is transcended, so we still have a lot more headroom to grow this gear out. For the accessories, we have 2 crit rate accessories up here. I want to replace one of those crit rate accessories with like a crit damage accessory maybe, and also this middle one right here is defense. I would like to replace this one with a accessory that has a base stat of attack on it instead, but things to work towards in the future. I do like to have all LR accessories on my mages, even though I don't really have that many LR accessories all together, but it is what it is. We work on it, we progress. Substats on the gear, mainly physical attack percent or base stat, crit damage, crit rate. And guys, I will go ahead and say now, like, I probably will re-rip this gear in the future, because like I said, man, after this video, this gear gets changed in between red Yami and green Yami and blue Yami too. Like, any physical attacker that I have, I just kind of like throw this gear up there, unless they are built just like a little bit differently in a special way, kind of like Blue Jack, right? I'll get him like a penetration gear set. But this is kind of like what I'm going for here. Not too many surprises here, very basic in concept. Then we come to his skills. I do have all of Yami's skills leveled up, and Yami's skills are incredible. So the thing that really is the big appeal to Yami is the fact that his skill 1 is the main part of his kit, which is very nice, because there are mages that can silence your entire team, and literally with Yami being silenced, that's no problem. His first skill is the skill that you want to be doing all the time anyway. His first skill is going to deal 50% attack and magical attack as extra damage, and upon using skill 1, the number of instances of extra damage increases, maximum up to 4 times. So that means if you can stack that up to 4 times, the next time that you would do Yami's main skill, you would actually be doing 5 attacks with just his basic skill. If you have the enhanced version of his skill 1 with the skill page, you're gonna get an increase to speed level 1. That's a 35% increase to speed. So like, kind of gives Yami back revolving around those turns really fast, getting him them skill 1s in as many times as you can. Another really big thing about Yami is this: his second skill is going to be an AoE called Swift Strike. It removes counterattack from the entire enemy team. That is so crazy, dude. Like, Charlotte literally, so here's what I think they were thinking with luck. An all blue team, right? And you have like Charlotte who's giving everybody counterattacks with her ultimate if you have her skill level 5. Then you have Luck, who's giving everybody extended counterattack duration. Then you have like Charmy to make sure everybody's staying topped off on HP, and then like you can throw any other blue unit you want in there. You can throw Vaughn just in there for more defense. You can throw Julius in there for damage, because his counters would be crazy too, right? And like Mono Blue, very, very menacing. You throw Lotus in there too, because no counterattacks from Lotus is gonna help. That's AoEs, is gonna be burning away little chip by chip. But the thing about it is Yami can take away counterattacks from everybody. So it's funny to just watch an enemy team like put all counterattacks on, and instantly you're just like, no, right? And not to mention, along with taking away all those counterattacks, if the enemy is bleeding, then they get stunned. And say the entire enemy rotation or the entire enemy wave is bleeding, then the entire enemy wave is stunned, unless they have like unless they got like debuff immunity in between that or anything like that. Then if the enemy is not bleeding, they get bled for 2 turns. So Yami has a lot of control with that second skill. The damage on it's not too bad. He can take away your counterattacks, he can stun you, and if you're not bleeding, he can just bleed you instead. But the bleed is for 2 turns. And if Yami's turn comes back around fast enough, I've had it to where I bleed an enemy with Yami and then I just stun them the next turn. I typically use Yami with the Witch Queen and Red Asta as well. So like, the Witch Queen has a bleed move in her skill. So if I ever wanted to combo the Witch Queen with Yami, you know, skill 2 and skill 2, then I could stun an entire enemy team if I wanted to. Yami's ultimate, very interesting. Now this is the part where I think why people maybe don't like green Yami. Maybe they're just not looking into his kit properly, but basically his ultimate grants himself 100% of attack as a barrier for 2 turns, and that's gonna be a single target. Removes all instances of continuous damage from himself. Very good. So like, even if Yami's health is low, if there's continuous damage that can kill him, he takes that continuous damage away and gives himself a barrier. So like, gives him a chance at another turn. When the instances of extra damage of skill 1 are at its max, grants a defense penetration level 5 buff. And guys, these stacks aren't hard to keep track of. You can literally tap on Yami every turn and see where he's at with the stacks. Keep in mind though, the stacks, once you get them to maxed out, the stacks reset. Either I've never looked after I do the ultimate having max stacks, because usually the enemies are dead by then. But I'm not 100% if it's the max stacks reset after using the skill 1 another time, like using any skill after being at max stacks, or if it's like the max stack resets after you use your ultimate. But we'll try to test that out in this video and figure out. But defense penetration level 5 is gonna mean that Yami's ignoring 50% of the enemy's defense, which is very strong. Then we have instances of extra damage of skill 1 are at max. grants an extra 300% increased damage dealt. So this part right here is what really makes his ultimate. That extra 300% damage along with the 50% defense penetration ignoring, right? That's maniacal, but nutty, like insane, right? Then attacks after removing counterattack from an enemy is his combo skill. So a lot of counterattack removal, a lot of barriers, even a lot of extra damage based on that, like based off of that skill 1, and that's why I love Yami so much. It's his skill 1, the skill that he can do for free every turn unless he's stunned or frozen. Skill 1 always, man, and you can always get that skill 1 out for free. At the start of a turn, grants a barrier equal to 100% of attack for 1 turn if SP is equal to 8. So as long as Yami has not used his ultimate and nobody's taken away his SP, he can keep getting a barrier every turn. So like that kind of helps with his defense, because people will complain about his defense, which is fair. Yami is an attacker mage. His defense is not supposed to be like some crazy like high stat or whatever. It's funny, when Black Asta came out, everybody complained about the damage he did without, you know, being an anti-magic. But I was like, dude, Asta's not an attacker. He's a debuffer. And now that Yami's out, everybody's complaining about him being too squishy when, you know, months ago, nobody cared about how squishy the attackers were. They were just building their two-piece sets. So I just don't get it. I don't understand, because like my Yami can survive. I do the right things in battle. The passive, if you get it to 5-star, at the start of turn, grants a barrier equal to 100% of attack for 1 turn, and if SP is equal to 8, or grants 100% of attack as a barrier for 1 turn if SP is equal to 8, and then you also get an additional 30% damage reduction if your SP is equal to 8. Then Yami's passive from getting to LR is going to be grants 30% increased damage dealt when attacking a defender, which honestly, Mars is still a very dominant defender in the game. That's going to give you extra damage against Mars. If you have your extra instances of damage and you're trying to just finish off a Black Asta, Yami can do big damage against the Black Asta as well. And I've hit Black Astas with the Yami ult after stacking up those 4 instances of extra damage, and like it usually, every time it's cleared him. It's cleared the Asta every time. So those are his skills. Also his skill page. His skill page is pretty cool. At level 1, his skill page is, if there is a 55% chance to attack after granting 10% increased damage dealt buff. Now, Yami, you're going to want to max out his skill page, because the higher skill page you get, let me read you this. Level 2. So, when you're leveling up Yami's skill page, you're either leveling up the percent chance to do the extra damage or the extra damage you're doing, right? So, skill 1, level 1 is skill 1, there's a 55, when using skill 1, there's a 55% chance to grant extra 10% increased damage. When you're using skill 1, there's a 70% chance to do extra 10% damage on level 2. Then when you get it to level 3, so just 2 stars, upon using skill 1, there's a 70% chance to attack after granting 30% increased damage dealt. Then after getting it to level 4, 3 stars, on using skill 1, there's an 85% chance to attack after granting 30% increased damage. Level 5, when using skill 1, there's an 85% chance to increase damage dealt by 50%. And then when you get this all the way to 5 stars, bro, upon using skill 1, there is a 100% chance to attack after granting a 50% increase in damage dealt. Now, that 50% increase in damage dealt, so noticeable, because that is the difference in between you. My skill page isn't even 5 stars, it's only 2 star, but like, that is the difference in between you nearly killing a Julius 1 turn and like no question you just burned a Julius in 1 turn. It didn't even matter because the skill 1 is so powerful. Yami's type advantage, like Yami is a Julius killer. He is a Julius bully, a Julie bully. There we go. And with this skill page here at 5 star, like 100% chance to just do an extra 50% increased damage. Like, bro, that extra 50% increased damage is insane considering how much damage that his skill 1 eventually starts to stack out to. So his skill page is very good. You definitely want to max it out, but even if it's not maxed out, it's still a very good skill page because like half the time you're going to be doing extra damage. I'm down for that. That's not bad, right? But like, you know, 100% of the time doing a lot more damage, that's always going to be a lot better. For his talents, I gave him the attack, 7% boost to attack, 5% increase to all damage. I'm pretty sure this is just a crit damage stone right here. I had a bunch of like rare stones, but I wanted to use something a little higher rarity than that. We have extra defense, and then we have stacking crit resistance, I believe, until it gets to like 4 stacks. And then you can't, or 5 stacks, and then you can't stack it anymore. Let me translate it just to be safe. At the start of the way, it gives you 4% increase in defense 2% increase in critical resistance. Okay, it was defense and critical resistance. That's where I was slipping up. Then right here on the green section, I do have 5% increase in accuracy and penetration. So very good, just adding more to that penetration. And then right here, I have a chance for his skill 2 to cool down, 20% chance for his skill 2 to cool down by 1 turn. So his skill 2 only is a 2-turn cooldown. So getting his skill 2 back is really fast, because it's really good to get back really fast, because it gives you those control options, right? But the socket stone I gave to him was speed right there. It's only giving him 2 speed though. So hopefully the big talent stones are what they decide to use those to let you increase like the effects of like the socket stones. That's what I'm hoping for, but I'm not 100% certain. So let's go ahead and back out of here. And Yami is max affinity, of course. All my mages are max affinity. And then he only has 1 costume. I can't wait for them to start adding seasonal costumes. They'll probably start doing that after the second year starts off. But Yami is already 5-star here, so let's go ahead and just head over to PvP, because what I think I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead and start with PvP, and we'll see how it goes for us. I'll meet you there. All right, guys, so we're here in arena, and I'm not going to do 1,000,001 fights here. I'm not going to do all 10 fights, just because I want to show off some PvE as well. So what I'll probably do is I'll do 5 fights, and then afterwards I'll just go ahead and break off and do some PvE, because who knows, I can save these 5 fights for another showcase. Who knows? But we're just gonna try to take out the highest power team, and then we'll just kind of keep moving from there. So my team of choice is actually Green Yami, Voltos, Witch Queen, and Asta. Witch Queen and Asta, self-explanatory combo. You don't really need explanation on that. Voltos, self-explanatory as well. Voltos just does so well in PvP, giving you that first turn so that you can really just do some maniacal damage, like off-rip, starting off. I'm glad that the first team we're going against actually has Mars in it, because I do want to kind of like go for Mars and see how much damage exactly I can do. Let's go ahead and get into this match here. The gear for everybody else I'm not really going to go over, because this is a Yami video, so we're just going to stick to talking about Yami. But let's go ahead and hop in here for the first match. Alright guys, so their hidden mage was Black Asta, which honestly doesn't surprise me. Black Asta is great, but I feel like you definitely want to make sure you have the proper team comp before you just throw them on a random team. So let's go for this. And then honestly, I want to make sure that Lotus is gone here. Now, even though I love Charmy, one thing that Mimosa will always have over Charmy is that Charmy does not have a revive. Let's see if we can get lucky and get our, 70% with the 2-star skill page, 70% chance for 30% extra damage dealt. Let's see if we can get that on this man Lotus, because if we can, maybe we get a 1-shot in the first turn here. No 1-shot, but Lotus is almost dead right there. So you can see Yami takes a very big portion of your health, especially when you're type disadvantage. And when he's going against a Julius, it's like very rarely that I face a Julius that actually can survive Yami's hit. But let's go for this. So Lotus is the only one who's dead, which is honestly like fine. I'm not that concerned. This is an all blue team. It's cool. So you stun Asta, that's fine, as long as you're not... Okay, he went into anti-magic. Is he attacking Yami? No, he attacks Asta. That actually works out very well for us, because sometimes Asta does like to attack Yami. I'm going to go ahead and just give Yami a accuracy and speed buff, is it? I can't even see his buff that he's getting because it's off the edge of the screen. How much damage does it do to Mars? 42k to Mars. When the numbers aren't super big on Guardians, I'm not that upset, because like it is a Guardian that you're hitting, right? And even though Yami's type advantage, you know, Mars did not necessarily have block, but Mars, you know, has extra defense from his skill. Or what did he use? He used a skill 2. I don't think he has extra defense from that. But like, you know, tanks are just obviously supposed to be beefier, have more HP, things of that nature. So now Yami is already at 2 stacks, I think. Yeah. So like we're going through this kind of fast. We're gonna go ahead and just burn Charmy down here. Charmy's going. So like you can just literally see Yami is just taking bites out of everybody, one at a time, bro. And like you just gotta use his skill 1. You don't even I feel like maybe try to come into a fight and use Yami's ultimate off rip, and like that's not how you use them. More so, you just want to keep spamming that skill 1. I didn't even see how much damage that did just now, but like we got Asta literally right here on death's door. I can't stun Asta right now because he's immune to debuffs. Is he? Oh, he's not immune right now. You're looking kind of sick, my dude. Stun? What? Okay, he is immune, but it's not even showing the immunity. Yeah, that's odd. Huh. Okay. Anyway, we progress. The first match was an absolute dub. Yami dies at the end of the match. You know why Yami died at the end of the match? Because Asta was absolutely scared of what that ultimate was going to do to him next turn when it inevitably came. But that's the end of the first match. I would say Yami performed pretty well. Yami literally bodied 3 out of 4, and the only person who bodied Yami was literally type advantage tank that's meant to take all the hits in the damn world, right? But let's go ahead and get over to the second match. So now we're going against Julius, Asta, Noelle. I would imagine that this right here is Charlotte. Charlotte, yeah, I just see that being Charlotte. So now we're facing a Julius, which is very good because now we're going to be able to see and test my skill page and see how good my RNG is on that percent chance to do extra damage. Yep, it's Charlotte, of course. You can't fool me. I literally knew that it was going to be Charlotte. It's always Charlotte, damn it. Okay, we do this. So Julius I cannot one-tap Julius in this first turn strictly due to the fact that Charlotte did put a shield on him. So instead what we're going to do is we're going to tap this Noelle over here. Go ahead and get her like halfway down because Noelle is such a damn pest. But we also can't kill Noelle, but I want to go ahead and stun her so that nobody's getting their SP taken away. Oh, I can't stun her. First turn immunity. Damn. I always forget about that. But Noelle's basically dead. Okay, good. Good. Asta's taking all the hits. So even though Asta you would think is the star of this team, Asta is really just here to like take up those hits, soak up those hits, and then kind of like clean up whatever Yami doesn't finish up by himself. You know what I'm saying? The next person I'm actually going to go for is going to be Charlotte, because as long as Charlotte is alive, she will continue to give shields to this man Julius because he has the highest attack on the team. Now, guys, you just saw... Oh, man, he got tapped. Yami got tapped right there. Okay, Julius got him right there. But what was I about to say? Basically, Charlotte, Yami got her down to half health, so this match is a loss. But it's cool. It's fine. Yami did do solid damage against the Noelle, and then he died to Julius's. Damn, dude, how is this Julius built? Obviously not much HP. I didn't really look at the combat power on this Julius, but I'm gonna check out his combat power whenever I get out of this fight right here. And guys, this isn't supposed to be some I win every fight. I want this to be a true depiction of how Yami looks. My argument is not that Yami is like the best top tier godliest character in the game. My argument is that Yami is a good character in general. He's a fun character to use. You're not always going to win every single match. You know, it depends on your team composition and everything. This I mean, Charlotte getting that first turn definitely is a big detriment to this team. What's Julius looking like? Julius is at 68k. So Julius isn't even really that strong. But another thing that did mess me up... Alright, guys, we're doing 6 fights because I kind of want to try this one again. One of the things that messed me up is that the SP got taken off of the Witch Queen. If the SP didn't get taken off the Witch Queen, that fight would have gone 1,000,000% differently. Okay, let's go for this again. We're going to ult with Voltos once more, giving myself that speed boost. But the Witch Queen does instantly lose her SP. That is... Okay, that's facts. Yami, do I want to attack... Let me attack this man, Julius. See, that shield is what protects him, bro. Okay, but this time we actually have the Witch Queen's ultimate, which is very good, because now I can hit Asta's skill too. Noelle, Charlotte, and Julius all gone. See, sometimes it's not necessarily that the enemy team is better than yours. Sometimes you do just get really bad RNG. Wow, everybody survived that. Even Voltos, their Asta's not built the right way, I guess. Okay. Julius, that was almost your ass, but I guess it's Asta's first. But you see Yami just effortlessly taking that man Asta out of the game, bro. Now it's just Julius that we have to deal with, and I'm not even going to hit this man Julius too hard until I get back around to Yami so that I can just hit him with this crazy damage, see how much damage you do with this one turn here. Okay, we couldn't see it, but I'll check Yami's damage like after this game here. But like Yami, again, very good, hits very hard. He can die sometimes, yes, and his life may be like bound to RNG, but like isn't a lot of the attackers in this game bound to like RNG? Like all of them aren't just like every single attacker in this game isn't like some tanky behemoth, right? You gotta balance out character somehow. When a character can do damage like Yami can and for free the way that he can, you know, you gotta start to set some boundaries with this man here. So we're gonna hit the Voltos ultimate again so we get the first turn. Y'all know how Voltos works here. Noelle does get her ultimate off, which kind of sucks, but like watch us one tap Julius. Julius tapped in the first turn. No buffs on him anymore. Then we just ult with the Witch Queen. Now, we just one turn wipe this Julius. Julius was literally never a problem in this match. Never a problem in this match. Julius is just going now. It's just Asta. This is how this team works. You want to start to take down somebody who Asta may not be able to kill, guaranteed with his first turn, and then Asta cleans up the rest, and then if that person is still alive, then you just kind of keep working off of that. So we only did 16k damage. Yeah, Asta eats them hits up like breakfast, bro. But once Yami gets that third instance on, it's done deal. Unless Asta kills him right here. No? Yami has a shield. No? Okay, yeah, Yami's gone. But even still, Yami got good damage out for us every time. And we win. Like, it's like Yami maybe does not survive at the end of the fight sometimes, bro. But, like, look at Black Clover. Everybody survives at the end of the fight because Mimosa's power is hacks, it's cheese. But, like, in all reality, some people be willing to die in the fight, bro. So, like, in the Black Clover verse, sometimes you gotta go down for that W, bro. Who do we have now? 331? Oh, my God. And they hit nobody. And Yuno's definitely going to go first. I want to go against this team just to see how bad I get beat up. Because their Asa's 94k. And their Charmy's 83k. That's scary. But I want to go against it either way, though. We're just going against whoever teams, man. I want to give y'all accurate descriptions. Now, depictions. Now, Yami is going to get railed. Because he is type disadvantage. Yami is not safe here. Absolutely not. Yami's probably dead next turn here, actually. Witch Queen, we ult. Oh, Yami got slowed down by Yuno, that's what it is. Asta, we do this. So Charmy's immortality has been activated, she's almost dead. Okay, Asta's the one who gets hit. So my Black Asta probably has a high chance of dying this match here. He's about to do the spin move. Yep, Yami's going. Everybody's going except for Asta. Okay. Yeah, this team, this was the obvious outcome. But, like, I just wanted to take a chance. Yeah, no, that's... Ooh. How much higher was that team than mine? That team is... Let's see. Nearly 100k higher than mine. So, like, yeah, that was already going to be what it was going to be. But, like, I still wanted to go in there and give it a shot. Now let's go against this 261k team. And then after this match, maybe I do the other match. But if I don't, then we're just going to jump over to the next section here. So, yeah, we're just going to go for... It's when Charlotte gets her turn off first. That's what messes it up. If I get a turn out before Charlotte, then I can one-tap Julie. Oh, yeah, give me that. Julius, one-tapped. Cool. Then Charlotte actually isn't going to get her turn before anybody on my team. So I'll be able to just go ahead and just clear this man Julius off the map before Charlotte even tries to give him any extra shield or anything like that. Cool. The only person alive is Asta, and Asta's not even in anti-magic mode. See, a good Asta is built in a way that he doesn't get terminated down to like 40% HP in the first turn. But the caveat to that is that he's not going to be doing big damage back, and he didn't have Witch Queen on his team, so there's no way for him to get like lifesteal or anything. But this match is basically a GG already. Like, Yami's sole purpose is not just to 1,000,000% obliterate, like, clap this man Julius as soon as he sees him in PvP, but it is a very nice touch. We're just going to end it with an ultimate and just try to get the damage out to kill this man. Cool. But those are going to be our PvP matches. We had 2 losses. Granted, one of the teams was like 100k stronger than me. The other team that I lost to was a little bit stronger than me, but like that was all RNG because literally you saw me jump back into that fight, and then it literally was a matter of RNG. I just won. Like I one-tapped 3 people on their team in like my first like wave of turns. So Yami, I would say, does perform in PvP. Definitely you can get defeated if enemies have a very like red dominated team. But it depends on what red units are on the team, because Asta isn't that scary before he gets into anti-magic mode. But once he gets into anti-magic mode, that's when things start to get a little scary for Yami. Witch Queen with Asta, obviously not a good combo to face. Finral doesn't really mean much. Finral is a SR supporter. He does something, but he doesn't do what Valtos does. You know what I'm saying? Valtos gives you that turn instantly in the start of the fight. Red Yuno is also a very big like counter to him because he's faster. He's gonna slow that man down if he aims at him, and you know he's red too, so he can do pretty good damage to that man Yami. But next we are gonna go ahead and hop over to just like random farming stages. I'm gonna test Yami out in there just so we can kind of take a look. And also, guys, just so you know, this video is actually sponsored by Puzzles and Survival. It is a strategy-based like like puzzle game that's also like zombie survival. It's actually pretty fun. I'm working on it right now. You can kind of see on my video here, there's get your headquarters to level 5, rally attack on a lair, get a 5-star hero. Getting a 5-star hero does take quite a bit of time, but even still, the getting level 5 headquarters doesn't really take too much time for you. So if you could just help the Deadman out, download the game today. I'll leave the link down below the video so that you guys can get access to that. Download it on your Androids, iPhones, your iPads, whatever. It does not work on boost stacks. It does not work on emulators. Just keep that in mind. But yeah, help the Deadman out today. Get cooking on some puzzles and survival, and let me know what you get, man. And definitely join in my Discord. If you have any questions about the game, you can definitely ask me, because whenever I get a sponsorship, I do like to play the game to a degree that like I can give you any information that you have to ask me. But besides the point, let's go ahead and get on over to some farming stages. Alright guys, so the first farming stage I want to go into is the blue gear stage, because gear is the thing that people care the most about farming. So I'll just go ahead and show off the gear stage and see how this goes for us. But the team that we're going to be using here, man, I just fixed the team up and now it's just like old dookie team. Alright guys, so the team that we're looking to use for this gear farming stage is going to be Yami. We already broke down Yami. Fauna has a lot of AoE damage. She has that immortality whenever you get her, when she gets 5 stacks of rage, which honestly won't even matter, because and Raddies will have them locked down defensively to where like Fauna and Yami don't really have to worry about dying. Raddies with his shield, with his defense up, very good. With his attack lower on the enemy team, very good. It's a 44% attack reduction, so is going to do a lot for the team and make sure that they can survive a little bit longer. But we're just going to go ahead and into the stage, and I'm going to actually do this myself just so I can kind of like talk through it, because it's kind of hard to talk to it whenever it's just like auto battle going, because it's not me doing anything. But now I can choose the moves and give you guys like an exact breakdown on what I'm doing. Since everybody on this rotation is actually going first, I'm just going to go ahead and ult with and not even try to lower the enemy attack. Fauna, I'm not going to use her ultimate first turn, because her skill 2, you want to stack her rage before you use her ultimate anyway, so it does the most damage. And then Yami's just going to clean up house on this one enemy. Boom. First phase, 3 turns. Raddies didn't even get to do anything. Now, the second turn, I'm going to hit the second skill on just because it's an AoE, it does lower the attack. And since Fauna's skill 2, Fauna's skill 2 came back. Because I give like everybody the okay, and then Yami, I can just use his skill 2. I give everybody that 20% chance for your skill 2 to cool down a turn early, right? So that was pretty nice actually, that I got that skill back so early. Oh, it's back again. That's full stacks of rage right there, which honestly it doesn't even really matter, because these enemies are going to be cooked before Fauna even gets back to her turn. Yami swipes that dude. Then honestly, Raddies, I'm just gonna shield up. Like, the damage that the enemies are gonna do isn't gonna be that intense, but I'm just gonna shield up simply due to the fact that I just don't want the enemies to touch my health, and honestly, I'm cool with that. Then I'm gonna hit the skill 2 with Yami, and Yami kills one of the enemies, but not the other enemy, but that's cool. The other enemy is dead. If I would have used Yami's skill 1, whoever I hit would have definitely been dead. It doesn't matter. But like, the team works in that stage easily, seamlessly. They all worked very well together. There was a very good synergy to them. Another choice that you can put in, maybe that helps you survive, is maybe you can replace Raddies or probably with Charlotte, because Charlotte is going to continue to give you the highest attacker on your team a bigger shield, or a shield every turn, and that's just going to make Yami survive if he's the highest attacker. And even if Fauna's the highest attacker, it wouldn't hurt for Fauna to have a shield as well, and Fauna has taunt as well. So Fauna getting the shield and taunting, keeping all the enemies off of Yami, unless an AoE comes of course, then Yami's going to be able to just belt out more damage. I could run through all these other stages. I mean, I don't really see a point running through all these other stages. I mean, I literally would just use the same team and just do the same thing over again. The enemies are a little bit different, yes, but like, Yami performs very well in PvE stages. You just saw that even though I had that turn where I could have used Yami's skill 1 to get the extra instances, I used the skill 2 instead, and the skill 2 did like 157k damage. So the skill 2 does enough, like a decent enough damage that you can get the damage out on these enemies and get them out of the way as fast as possible. The next thing that I'm actually going to be using this man Yami on is actually going to be Guild Boss. So I made a little discovery, because typically I just do the the green Guild Boss, because let me go ahead and go over to Guild Boss first. So guys, I typically do this boss over here, but that boss is completed because it seems like this boss is the easy one to beat because of Black Asta and then the Witch Queen combo, right? So that boss is very easy. So typically all the members in my guild will get through this one, and then I'm just sitting here like, dang, which boss should I do next? And I usually do that one, so I had to figure out where to pivot, right? And I definitely can make a blue team that's strong enough to beat the red boss. My gear may be lacking a little bit depending on who's brought on that team, but the green team works a little bit better for me. Now, I've tried this team here with Yami and with season 2 or season 4 Jack. For global players, it's season 3 Jack. Season 3 Jack does actually work pretty well. Yami also works pretty well as well. It's just that Yami is going to be a more of an overtime type of thing. And for some reason, whenever you use Yami, the boss wants to focus Yami up. So you do got to give Yami like a little bit of extra defense to make sure that he survives that hit. But like, once you get past, there's literally one turn that I'm talking about specifically. Once y'all see the turn that I'm talking about, y'all know. But like, you just want to get past that one turn. After you get past that one turn, you're big chilling with Yami, because Yami's going to shield back up. Yami's going to get that damage reduction back if he still has his ultimate, because you don't use Yami's ultimate until like the last turn anyway. But what gear do I have on her? Okay, she has some gear on, but she is not looking too hot. 50k only? She is only 3-star, but still though. This is the team that we're going to be using for Guild Boss. Charlotte for shields. Everybody on the team is going to get a shield that's worth 80% of their attack, I believe, because of Charlotte. Licked, crit machine, big damage, single targets. We need it. Raddy's gives the shield and gives the defense, which is going to help Yami on the turn that I'm talking about. But let's go ahead and go in here and give it a shot. Now, I know people have guaranteed win comps, but I'm just like, yo, there's more than one comp where you can win. Saying guaranteed win comp doesn't really mean anything, because like, a guaranteed win comp for you could not be a guaranteed win comp for somebody else, because if you have all the characters like absolutely maxed out, then yes, it does like a guaranteed win comp for you. But if somebody else watching the video doesn't have the characters absolutely maxed out, then that's not a guaranteed win comp for them, because the characters may not be strong enough to put up the numbers that you're putting in. So I don't necessarily like the idea of like putting out a team and saying like guaranteed win comp, because I mean, if your characters aren't worked on to the degree as mine, then like, who's to say you're actually going to catch that dub? You know what I'm saying? But like, this team, I don't care for guaranteed win comps or anything like that. Every now and then, I guess I'll look up videos just like here and there, when it's something that I don't really when I really don't care to think about too much myself, right? But this team works, and so he just locked away Raddy's ultimate, so Yami is definitely dead on this next turn here. But I'm gonna get that instance of damage in one more time. Now, Yami is going to die here indefinitely. Oh, that's the first time ever Yami's eaten that. Typically, the most damage dealt out on this move right here is on Yami. Yami usually eats like 150k from that or something like that. And when I get this man Yami to survive, he's typically like at no health left over. So it's actually kind of crazy that Yami just ate that the way he did, and his shield just like ate right there. But I'm glad though. We're not on 4 instances of damage, which kind of sucks. Yeah, this run went drastically different than the runs usually go for me, but like, Yami's gonna end it right here. Yep, Yami ends it right there. He had just enough damage at the end. So Yami does very well, performs very well against this guild boss. I want to go in one more time. I mean, nah, I was gonna go in one more time if Yami died. But since Yami didn't die, I guess that's the guild boss run right there. Like, Yami kind of was chilling in there. Usually, I'm telling y'all, usually Yami dies. And I mean, like, Yami will have his barrier on. Yami will have a defense boost, you know, and Yami will take that hit, and Yami dies. Unless I use the Raddy's skill 2 turn 1 to get that defense up, then the Raddy's ultimate skill 2 to give him an even bigger shield, and then Yami still survives with just that much HP, which I'm not mad about. He's an attacking unit. That is not somebody I expect to just eat big hits from bosses all day long. But even still, that was just crazy that Yami ate that how he did, because he's never done that for me. So like, I'm glad that he performed excellently during the video. But guys, the last thing that I'm actually going to do with this man Yami in this video is I'm going to fight Prekidna, and then we're going to wrap the video up. And yeah, if you guys have any questions about my Yami, like any further questions, you feel like I didn't fully elaborate on anything or explain something to a certain degree, then like definitely just like get back in touch with me. So right now my team is kind of set up in a way where Kiyato is on the first team, so I guess I could replace Yami with Kiyato on the first team. Alright guys, the first comp that we have is Black, Asta, Lotus, and Kahono. Typically whenever there's like a raid like this, I usually just use Kahono on the front team and then Charmy on the back team, because they both heal scaled off of HP and not magical attack, which I always prefer. Then they also have DOT, or not DOT, but HOT, I guess, healing over time. And also Kahono has that shield, which is going to be helpful in the first phase. And honestly, her shield should work really well in tandem with Yami's shield too. So we'll see how that goes. I guess I will actually do the first phase of this and not auto battle it. It's been so long since I've seriously done Prekidna. And global players, I just want to kind of like make this point while we're just getting close to the end of the video here. I don't want you to think that Yami is like some god tier, like, yo, A1, best character in the game. No, that's not necessarily what I'm saying. More so what I'm saying is, that was good damage though. More so what I'm saying is, Yami is a good character. Yami is only going to perform if you want to put in the effort to make him perform, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, when it comes to other characters coming out around the same time as Yami, depending on who else is coming out during the same time as Yami, so if Marileona does drop around the same time, I can't rightfully recommend you to summon for this man Yami. More so I would say save up for like Marileona or something like that. But if it turns out differently on global, which honestly, like, we don't know, but I feel like there's a very high chance that it could end up very differently. I think so far we've touched like 350k damage with Yami right now. And honestly, everybody's health is like perfectly fine. It's been a while since this team has struggled against this first phase. So we're probably at like 600k damage with this man Yami now. I kind of want to get one more hit with his ultimate, because he's at 4 stacks now. So we're going to do 300 extra damage here. How much damage is it though? He only did 152k. Huh. What? Why did he not get those extra instances of damage? He was maxed out on instances. I mean, either way, this man still did, like, this man basically walked the boss's like health bar down that entire phase. I wanted to get one more hit out with him, but either way, Yami was perfectly fine that phase. Yami did not lose his shield at all that phase. Yami's health was like untouched. Yami did good damage. Yami was doing at least 100k damage each turn, and it's not the fact that he's doing 100k damage each turn. I'm gonna let this auto battle while I keep talking. It's not the fact that he's doing 100k damage each turn. It's more so the fact that he's doing 100k damage with his skill 1 each turn. Your skill 1 is a skill that you are allowed to use every turn for free, even if you are silenced. And it's just crazy that they let this man Yami run off with the amount of damage that they let him run off with on his skill 1. That's just like the crazy part to me, bro. I just feel like people just aren't realizing how crazy that is, man. But I mean, no, Yami's good. Yami's not the best, but he's definitely good. He can do some good damage. You can have some fun team comps with him. And if you guys want a longer PvP showcase, where like a video just strictly dedicated, just like 10 dedicated fights to this man Green Yami, and I test him out on like different teams. I don't know if I'll have 10 different teams completely for him, but like if you want to see me test him out on like different teams, just comment down below and let me know. I will do that video. But yeah, no, Yami certified has that dog in him, bro. Y'all saw the thumbnail when y'all walked in. Y'all saw the name of the video when y'all walked in, bro. Like, Yami is a menace, bro. He does good work as long as you put good work into him. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video, then please do go down below and smash that like button. It helps the dead man out so much. I know people have been waiting on me to do showcases for characters, man, and like, y'all know how I am. I just want to get the character to an absolute peak and before I do a showcase. But it's like the peak continually grows up and higher and higher and higher in this game. So it's just like, when will you ever really reach the peak? I might as well just start hitting videos like now, while we're on it, while it's hot, while there's still only 74 characters, and you know, I'm not trying to start showcases once there's like 150 characters in the game, right? But I hope you guys did enjoy this video a lot, man. I actually had a lot of fun doing this showcase. I actually planned to do this a few days ago, but I just been slacking on it. But I hope you guys did enjoy this showcase, man. Like I said, I really love Green Yami. He is a great mage. And also, guys, last thing I want to say is, I have a document fully like breaking down this man Yami with his gear set, and let me show you. Breaking down this man Yami with his gear set. It shows your costumes, you got your talents, you got your gear set, and explanations for the gear set, all your skills, how they change throughout the levels, the skill page, the actual character like unique passes and everything. I even have the stats on their level 100 without any extra growth beyond that. But guys, this document will also be linked down below the video, so definitely check out this document if you guys have any further confusion, and definitely get in my Discord and talk to me and let me know if you have any further confusion, because then we can just talk about it, hash it out. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy, leave a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know when the dead man has another showcase for you, and also comment down below and let me know how you felt about the video. But guys, that's gonna be it for your boy. Peace out.